There appears to be no biscuits on the ship.
I came here for biscuits and gravy. You can't have biscuits and gravy without biscuits. Where are the biscuits?
I have no answer.
I find your lack of biscuits disturbing. Why do you insist on not answering?
Oh, that doesn't help either.
Commander, tear the ship apart until you found those biscuits, and bring me a nice herbal tea also.
Jeez, we can't take him anywhere.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the diary. Excuse me. Well, we're out on the Adventureland porch today, starting the program this episode, because I wanted to start something a little different, rather than the obligatory times I've started every episode has been either in the morning or mid-afternoon. So I thought tonight I'd start this one tonight. Yeah, I thought I'd start this one in the evening. We're out on the Adventureland porch. Everything is running, and you see the light flickering from my torches. This episode, we're going to finish up the vine, well, what was the vine is now the Weeblefester tentacle, and need to do a little work on the head, the Weeblefester head. And some other things I'm thinking about kicking around the back of my head, since we are all still stuck at home through no fault of our own, per se, and we just got to deal with what we got to deal with. So anyway, like I said, the couple of things got to do with some of the props, and I am going to be working on Weeblefester 5, believe it or not, even through all of this. We're going to be working on that a bit, because they got to get it out in 30 miles, and the way things are going, it may take the entire year just to finish those two. So we will see what happens. So, sorry, didn't mean to freak you out in there. So, without any further ado, let's get going. Now, if you've been following the diaries for a long time, you probably remember way back in the beginning, that across from Darkslade Manor, there was a big tree, huge tree, that used to hang out from across the way all the way over into, almost into the Adventureland porch. Well, about a year and a half ago, the complex here decided to have some of the trees that were falling over removed. And instead of cutting down the tree that was falling over, the darn foolskis that were hired, cut down this one. Chop, hack, spew, gone. And we tried to tell them not to cut that one down, but they cut it down anyway. In any case, they replaced it with a stick. They stuck a stick in the ground and put water on it. And lo and behold, over the course of a year and a half, it's getting there. It's never going to be the size of that other tree, but at least it's growing somewhat. But you know, this area over here used to be covered with trees. There was a tree here, a big tree here, there were 2 pine trees over here. And over the course of the last 4 years, they've all of them. So this area has gotten kind of, during the summertime, it gets pretty hot out here. So I'm thinking I might get a fake one and put it in front of my place over where they cut down one of the bushes, because they're cutting everything down around here. And see if that doesn't make the place look a little nicer. I mean, of all the places around here, this one seems to be the most barren. There's like no trees, no bushes, no nothing. Well, that's an exaggeration. There's just not as many. Okay, so what I had to do is, you see, this is the line that operates it. And right here and right here, there are little teeny tiny holes. And this has to go through the little teeny tiny holes and then get tied off So the thing can't open so it's straight. It has to open, but it'll still be bent just a tiny little bit, about like that. So when I operate this, it will close this direction. Otherwise, it'll just tighten up and won't work. So I take this. But now I have to bend all the way down to the floor. No, I don't. It got caught on the leg of the tripod. See how convenient that is? Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Okay, much to my surprise, I got the string in there, the cable in there, pretty quickly. Now what I have to do is I have to decide where its stopping point is and then tie off the ends. Sounds easy, doesn't it?
3 weeks later.
Cable's on there, and the adjustment, this hinge is still bothering me, but they're cheap hinges and not much I can do about it because they have to be tiny and they have to be within the Kid Stuff Films budget. Right now, Kid Stuff Films doesn't have much in the way of a budget, so. Matter of fact, a lot of small businesses don't have much in the way of a budget at the moment. Well, we got a little bit of an issue here where one of the screws, well, a couple of them actually, through the whole thing, through the PVC have gotten loose. In other words, they don't screw down tight. So what I'm going to do, theoretically, pull these out. I'm going to put in, got to tie my hair back. I'm going to put in a little bit of Gorilla Glue right into the hole. And that should, when it sets, should hold that in so it doesn't move around quite so much. Okay, so I gotta find where I put the big long strip of fur so I can put it back on this thing. And the clackers have not started clacking until now. And I'm sure they'll continue to clack for quite a while. Well, found it. And for a while there, I didn't think I was going to. So this needs to go back on this. Well, actually it's in pretty good shape considering, so we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Alright, I'm back inside right now. It's not really that late, it's almost 5 o'clock, but I put this all back together. I took it outside to test it. It works good. And I cleared off my Adventureland porch so I can use it this evening, and then realized, oh, I forgot to finish what I was doing. So, I mean, showing it, you know. So here it is, all done. Let's see if I can get it so you can see it here. I don't know. Bang. So, you see it works. It was not the best view of it, but you get the general idea. Okay, so another prop repaired. Boy howdy, let me tell you something. If
It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe. It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe. It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe.
Go on. Thanks. If people drove their cars the way they push shopping carts, I swear the Russians would be watching us on YouTube and laughing. People who push shopping carts do not follow the rules of the road. The basic rule of the road is when you drive your car is you have a big old hunk of metal in front of you and you are in control making sure you don't slam into something or somebody. You are focused on the road. That's where you're supposed to be. Shopping carts. Same thing. You got a big hunk of metal in front of you, but you push it like this. I swear I almost got nailed about 5 times today while I was out picking up a bottle of soda. When you're driving a shopping cart, it's the same thing as if you're driving a car. You gotta watch out for people around you. And people who push shopping carts don't do that. And actually, if you were to scale the speed of a shopping cart to that of an automobile, people push shopping carts either in 2 speeds, 8 miles an hour or 120 miles an hour. That's it. There's no middle of the road. They're either or they're... It's one or the other. People's shopping carts are dangerous in the hands of people who don't quite understand that if you're looking for rice, let's just use this example. If you're looking for rice, you look up, you find, oh, rice is over there, and then you watch where you're going as you push around over towards the rice. You don't travel lengthwise, the width of the store, passing one aisle after the other, looking for rice by pushing your car like this. No, that's not the way you do it. You'll kill somebody. You'll hit them with the cart and send them flying over the frozen food section. You have to be careful. It's not a car, right, but it's still a hunk of metal, and those 50 rolls of toilet paper you threw in there are not going to cushion the blow. So when you get out there and you're pushing a shopping cart around, for the love of Pete, use a little common sense. Look the direction you're pushing your cart, not everywhere else. If you go to a store you've been to, you know where everything is. Why are you going around looking around? Just look forward. Watch for people around you. Or rather I should say, when you take your shopping cart out and empty it into your car, taking that shopping cart and pushing it up into the middle divider on top of the plants, that's not where it goes. Putting it around the corner so it's between 2 cars, that's not where it goes. Okay? It goes either back to the store in one of those little bins that they have for your shopping cart. It's not going to kill you to walk an extra 35 feet and put that cart somewhere where someone else is not going to run into it. And for the love of Pete, stop putting it on the walkways. Some of the stores, like over our Fry's down here, has got walkways between the parking lots. And so what do people do? They put their shopping carts up there. That's not where they go. They go away. You are not important enough to not put your own shopping cart away. So do that too. Watch where you're going. Put your cart away. Okay? Okay, I got a piece of junk mail today of epic proportions. Check it out. This thing's a beast. This is like largeness. Now how do I know it's junk mail? Could be important. Looks like priority mail, right? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, priority mail, urgent, down on the bottom here. That's about as cheesy as you can get. Secondly, it's supposed to have the USPS eagle up here. If you have ever shipped anything USPS, you know that that is not their symbol at all. Their symbol is an eagle head, not an eagle. It is red, white, and blue. It's red on the top and blue on the bottom, and it says important document enclosed. It also says, right here in the corner, here it comes, you ready? Here it comes. See it? Finger Hut. So this cannot be all that important. It came from Finger Hut. What do you suppose it is? Could it be a new catalog? Ha! Look, a new catalog. Now, it was an exciting announcement. Let's hear the exciting announcement. As an excellent Finger Hut customer, i.e., I don't buy anything from them, but I pay the bill that things that I bought, years ago. You have earned the valuable credit offer up to 4 months with no payments. Now, if it was 4 months with actually no payments, or I don't even pay what I owe, that'd be fine. I'd go for that, any day of the week. But I'm sure what this is it's more stuff to buy at an exaggerated price, an exacerbated price, And it just 4 months without payment. Now, let me tell you something. I get fingerhead catalogs all the time. I don't always get them in something like this. That was kind of unique, and I didn't notice it said fingerhead till I looked. But every time I get one, every time, not once in a while, not most of the time, every time I get one, it says make no payments for 4 months. So this here that says exciting announcement, guess what? Same thing as every other time you get a catalog. 4 months, no payment. Now, am I going to use that? Not at the moment. I do use fingerhead, okay? But I don't generally use it. I generally use it for things that I need that I know I cannot or will not be able to afford, okay? And then I pay them off. I don't buy, simple things with it as a general rule. What I have bought from fingerhead is, well, the computer that I use for filmmaking and all like that. When mine started to die, I got one through fingerhead. It was expensive. It was about $150 more than you could get it anywhere else. But it's payments, which I can handle. I bought my pots and pans, which are not up there right now because they're in the dishwasher. I got those through fingerhead. I got new plate settings from fingerhead. I got a battery, one of the big battery chargers for a car. I got that from fingerhead. I got and a couple of things that I didn't need but I wanted. Okay, my PS4 Pro and my VR headset. I got those all from fingerhead, but it's been better than a year, almost a year and a half since I bought anything from fingerhead. But they keep telling me, hey, guess what? You got a credit line increase. You got a credit line increase. You got a credit line increase. They want me to use it, so they keep giving me a credit line increase. I probably have about $375 million worth of credit through fingerhead because I don't use it. Okay? But I do make the payments to pay it down, and if something comes up where I'm screwed and I need something, like I almost got the new camera through fingerhead. I'm glad I didn't do that. But if something were to come up, let's say my TV exploded, and so my TV is wiped out, and we're in the middle of a quarantine, so all I got is computer and TV for, my entertainment stuff. Well, yeah, then I'll use fingerhead to do that, okay? If something were to happen to all my dishes, or my pots and pans got damaged, in other words, the things I just recently got, or if my couch fell apart or something like that. If something like that happened, I'll go through fingerhead if I have to, but only if I have to. Fingerhead to me is like an emergency supply company. All right, they charge you too much because they know you need it and you can't afford to buy it. So they will charge you a ton, but it's payments. Anyway, that was our junk mail for today. It was not a loan. And it was not a credit app. It was just a fingerhead catalog in a big envelope that was not necessary. Alright, the Weeblefester head still needs some rectifying. And rectifying, this makes it sound like I'm working on the Weeblefester's butt, doesn't it? No, his head has got some problems. The handle, the operating handle, right here, is loose. Oop, here's the handle. It's loose up here. The bottom jaw is not secured in on the left side, which is the away from the camera side. And I think bottom jaw assembly is fine. The upper jaw assembly has got some creaks in it, and I got to figure out what's causing those. Because when it creaks, it means something's loose and it's squeaking, moving back and forth. So I got to get my PVC cement so I can secure all this together and see if I can take care of it with those 2 or 3 little places, and that's nothing else. Now, as has always been the issue with working on the Weeblefester head, is there's no place to put it where it won't fall over. My workbench is kind of small, so I have to deal with it as best I can. So we'll take... Stuff's good. We have this spot here and this spot here. There's the bottom one. Yep, bottom. Well, it looks like it was down at some point in time. That's it. Hopefully it'll stay in. The other one is in here. Yeah. I should be able to get that one too. I got it all over the little cotton filler here. Okay, you're looking at the back of the Weeblefester's head towards the bottom. And you see all this foam coming out. I got this thing back together. It was nice and solid, but it kept, the bottom jaw kept shifting and making noises. And I couldn't remember, or couldn't figure out why. And then I did this. And let me see, you see right there? I forgot that I had spanned this lower jaw, and apparently I only cemented one side of it. And I probably did that because I figured they were going to press together anyway, so it wouldn't be a problem. But it became one. So I gotta glue that too. This poor thing is torn up today. Alright, let's see if we get any noises out of it. Hopefully not. Nope. No squeaks. Perfect. So it should be good to go. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Just an FYI, over the course of the last week and a half or so, I have done pretty much nothing. Been sitting around, watching YouTube, sometimes watching TV, which I don't do often because I don't really care much for it. Watching movies and things like that. And playing games, just not doing anything. And I'm not incredibly proud of myself at the moment. So what we're going to do is end this episode with some of the stuff that I was doing prior to me sitting around doing nothing. And the next episode we're going to get back to doing stuff. There's some work that needs to be done out here on the Adventureland porch. And I want to start working on some new ideas for props. And also the crafting stuff. Now remember 2.5 years ago I started the Endless Hallway. I actually started working on it again. It was one of those things where I got really involved and then discovered that it's being complicated because of trying to get the mirror and the one-way mirror and how I was going to do it and set it up, and then got knocked over and it went me. So back on that and some other things, and try to make up for the fact that the last week I have been as useless as hen poop on a pump handle. So that'll be happening in the next episode. In the meantime, you guys have yourselves a great week. End of line.